Lions, 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 Lions. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? It's your boy Mason Jyree, and if you're new to the Lions, then welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new, then you already know what's going on here. What's going on? We getting bigger and bigger. We getting better and better, and we shitting turds. I mean bricks on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are. Listen, Lions, we keeping it hot. We keeping it spicy. We keeping it hot. We keeping it spicy. Okay, so before we get started, I want to tell y'all to stream Ain't No Lover Boy FR. Make sure you streaming bigger. If you have not, checked out my BANDCAMP, check out my BANDCAMP. I have two. I have can I get it out? Can I please get it out? I'm so excited to talk about what we're gonna talk about today. Okay, so I have a EP Deluxe dropping on Monday. All right, a EP Deluxe dropping on Monday. Ain't No Lover Boy FR and Bigger Deluxe are dropping on Monday. Okay, so make sure y'all get into my BANDCAMP. Make sure y'all getting into everything Mason Jyree like I'm getting into y'all. So something before I get started and talking about what we're gonna talk about today, because we finna make this birth chart. I'm just in the era of my life where people feel as though that I'm they want me to stop. They want me to stop what I'm doing. They want me to stop my grind. They want me to stop my hustle, But it's like I'm not stopping. I'm getting bigger and bigger. I'm getting better and better. And we shitting turds. I mean bricks. I mean, we're shitting bricks on any and everybody who said we aren't who we are, okay? Because this is serious, all right? But today's episode, we're finna talk about how we finna make this birth chart. We finna talk about how we finna make this, how do we make a birth chart, okay? So I'm gonna share my screen with y'all. I'm gonna get into everything like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all see the comments below. Make sure y'all check out the comments below. Make sure y'all check me out. I'm not playing. Yeah, how you rocking with me? Thank you for the love. How you really rocking with me, but you ain't checked out my BANDCAMP? How you really rocking with me? But you haven't really, you haven't checked out, you haven't really got into me. How are you rocking with me for real, for real? There's no way you rocking with me for real, for real. What's up, Natalie? What's up, Natalie? What's up, Natalie? Okay, y'all. So let me share my screen with y'all. Let me share my screen with y'all. We finna make this birth chart real quick. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, okay. Hopefully, can y'all see the screen? Hopefully, y'all can see the screen. Okay, y'all. So we finna make a birth chart. We finna go through this. We finna make a birth chart. So we're gonna type in a name. Let's say the name is gonna be Kelly. We finna do it like we on The Sims. Hold up, Kelly. Drop in the comments what day y'all think Kelly should be born. I'm gonna go with. We're gonna say September 3rd. Let's say Kelly is born. We're gonna say Kelly was born. We're gonna say Kelly was born 1995. Okay. We're gonna say she was born let's say she was born about 7:15 in the morning. Let's see. Okay, let's say Kelly, she's from New York, New York. She's from New York, New York. Oh, come on now, New York, New York. What you doing? There we go. Okay, y'all. So let's look at this birth chart. Let's see what we came up with. You remember we've been going through this step by step by step. I'm pretty sure somebody actually was already born on this day. So we're gonna do this one, then we're gonna do another one. All right, y'all. So as we can see from Kelly's birth chart, Kelly is a Virgo. Her sun sign is a Virgo. So how she presents herself is very Virgo-like. Her moon sign, her emotions, how she thinks is in a Sagittarius-like way. How she communicates is like a Libra. How she loves is very Virgo-like, okay? We see that she has Mars in Sagittarius. We also see that she has Jupiter. She has Mars in Libra. She has Jupiter in Sagittarius, Saturn in Pisces, okay? Her rising sign, if you want to know your birth chart, you have to know the exact time that you were born. But the thing about it is this, though. So let's say, for instance, if you were born at 5 o'clock in the morning, your birth chart or your rising sign will still be the same as somebody who was born at 7 o'clock in the morning. And the reason why is because the signs change every 2 hours. So like it's 12 zodiac signs, 24 hours in a day. You do the math. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So we see that her second house, remember y'all, we talked about all this. We talked about the sun, the moon. We talked about, the houses and everything like that. We talked about that in previous episodes. Okay. So let's go. Let's just really just look at this for real, for real. If this quick move, the little thing at the bottom get out of our way, we can really talk about some things. Okay. So yeah, we see that Kelly has sun in the 12th house. She has the moon in the fourth house. She has Mercury in her rising sign. I also have Mercury in my rising sign as well. She has Venus in her 12th house. I have Venus in my 12th house as well. That's crazy, Kelly. That's so crazy, Kelly. She has Mars in her second house. Jupiter is in her third house. Saturn is in her seventh house. Comment below if y'all remember what the seventh house was about. If whoever can remember what the seventh house was about, I'll cash up you $5. If you could, and don't Google. Don't Google it. All right. So let's go down. So we see that she has Neptune and Uranus in the fifth house. She has Pluto in her third house. Her Lilith. Lilith is, that's your shadow side. That's your dark side. Okay. So in Kelly's career, Kelly could come out very, very, dark and because Lilith is ruled by Scorpio. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I love the Lilith. I embrace my Lilith. I embrace, the dark side of myself. We all have light and dark. We have to embrace it for real, for real. Now, what we about to do now? We're gonna go back up to the top. Let's go back up to the top. Let's go back. So let's type in. Let's do a futuristic one. Let's do one that this person has already been born here. So let's do an Aquarius. Let's say we got February 13th. I think that's Megan Thee Stallion's birthday. Oh, this is Megan Thee Stallion's birthday, February 13th, 1995. That's crazy. But we finna do 2000 and let's see, 2033. All right, and we're gonna say they was born at. Let me see. Hold up. 4 p.m. 4:30 p.m. Hold up. Okay, let's say that Kelly was born in. Let's say Kelly was born in. Let's say she was born in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, let's do that. Go all the way down to the bottom. Click it. So Kelly has not been born yet. This person has not been born. So these are transits that are going to happen in the future, y'all. So yes. Okay, Kelly is an Aquarius. Oh, not Kelly is the Leo rising. Y'all see that right there? Kelly is a Leo rising. Hold up now. Okay, so Kelly has Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Leo. That's crazy. Mercury in Pisces, Venus in Aries, Mars in Sagittarius. Okay, y'all, hold up. Let's really look at Kelly's birth chart. This is crazy. Kelly has Mars in Sagittarius. I have Mars in Sagittarius, and she also has it in the fifth house, and I have mine in the fifth house as well. Very creative people. Kelly is going to be, this Kelly right here is a creative beast. Okay. She has, Jupiter in Aquarius, Saturn in Cancer, Uranus in Gemini. If y'all can comment and tell me what the planet Venus means in astrology and what Saturn means, I'll cash out both people $5. You got to let me know. I got to see if y'all been paying attention these past couple days. If you ain't been paying attention, you got to hit the door. And make sure that you study your own birth chart for yourself so you can learn about yourself even more. Yeah, because that's how I got like this, just understanding myself, because it's the truth. It's the truth. I don't care what they try to push on you. This is the way to go. All right. So yeah. So Kelly is a Leo rising. She has Virgo second house, third house in Libra. Whoever can tell me what the third house is in astrology, I'll cash up you $5 below in the comments. Let me know. I haven't seen a comment yet, so don't that lets me know, were y'all paying attention? Were y'all paying attention or not? Because I thank y'all for the love. Were y'all paying attention or not? Okay. All right. So let's go down to this. Kelly has a Sun in the seventh house. Remember, the seventh house, y'all, is about partnerships, contracts, relationships, marriage, business partnerships. That's what the seventh house is about. The first house, she has Moon in the first house. The first house is about yourself. It's how you come off. It's how people. It's about how you present yourself to the world. Okay. She has Mercury in the eighth house and Venus in the eighth house. What sign rules the eighth house, y'all? If y'all can let me know below, I'll cash up you $5. This is so many opportunities, y'all. Y'all got like 5 opportunities right now to get $5. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you could have been $20 up if you didn't if y'all had been paying attention to the last series. Okay. So yeah. So yes, okay. So she has the sign that rules the eighth house, y'all, is Scorpio. Scorpio is ruled by the eighth house. Because remember, the eighth sign and the eighth house in the zodiac are the same thing. Okay. Every house and every sign in the zodiac is the same thing. First is Aries, all the way up to 12th is the Pisces. Okay. So yeah. So we see that this Kelly has Mars in the fourth house. Yes. So based off everything that we know, what we talked about in previous episodes, we know that Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of aggression. It's the planet of rah, 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 rah. You know what I mean? If you have it in the fourth house, what is the fourth house about? The fourth house is about your family, your mother, your home life. So a person who has Mars in the fourth house, they can have a very much a chaotic, combative home life, specifically with their mother. We see that Kelly has Jupiter in the seventh house. So when it comes, this Kelly right here, y'all, looking at the seventh house in this, the sun in the seventh house and the Jupiter in the seventh house, this Kelly may have a great deal when it comes to like contracts, business deals, partnerships, marriage. She may have a great marriage life, this Kelly right here, because of just depending on the aspects of Jupiter and the sun. Kelly may have she may be a great partner. You see that she has Saturn in her 11th house. Let me make sure that's correct. Yes, she has Saturn in her 11th house right there. I also have Saturn in my 11th house, y'all. That is my Saturn placement. So Saturn in the 11th house, the 11th house talks about what? Your community, your networks. It's also your audience. So people who have Saturn in the 11th house like me, people like Pharrell, people like I don't want to mention that name, but people like Pharrell Williams and a plethora of other Cameron Diaz, our success comes later on in life. When you have Saturn in your 11th house, our audience, like my audience, it builds slower, but when it does hit, it stays forever. Versus somebody else who they get like the quick, you know what I mean? That's why when I tell y'all, when I would say stuff like people who get it quick, it goes quicker. That's because I understand my astrology. I know how success happens in my life. And with that Saturn in the 11th house, success comes to me like later in life. Like the work that I'm doing right now is going to pay me later on. So if you have that placement, don't worry. The 11th house is also about friendships. So growing up, my friendship life is very much selective. It's not, it's not too many people around me, but I'm grateful for it because it's kept the evil people out and I'm building my base and we're doing good in the Lions Den, y'all. We're doing great, actually. We're doing great. So yeah, that's that. So we see that Kelly also has Uranus. We see that she also has Uranus in the 11th house as well. So even though she has Saturn there, which is the planet of restriction, she still has Uranus there that can shake things up a little bit, She also has Neptune in the ninth house. The ninth house is what? If you can comment below and let me know what the ninth house is, I'll give you $5. The ninth house is about your higher education, learning, philosophy. It's about college. It's about all those different type of things. It's the opposite of the third house, which is about your local community, elementary. It's about things like that. So it's a lot of illusions for this Kelly right here. It's a lot of illusions when it comes to what she believes because the Neptune is in the ninth house. So she may not really be too secure. She may really have to put her foot down when it comes to what she believes. I think a person with this placement right here, they could grow up with people who try to force them into religion or force them into certain things. And for a while in their life, they may believe those certain things until she kind of breaks away from it. We see that Kelly has Pluto in the sixth house. Okay. The sixth house is the house of what? That's the house of work. That's the house of, daily routine. That's the house of, service ship. Is ruled by Virgo. All right. The sixth house and the sixth sign is in the zodiac is Virgo. All right. So yeah, so we see that she has an obsession here. Pluto is about intensity. It's about obsession. It's about, it's about Pluto is ruled by Scorpio, so it's intense. So when you have that in the sixth house, Kelly may be a phenomenal worker. And just looking at the birth chart, y'all, just so y'all can understand, you see that she has Pluto in her sixth house, right? That's the house of work. So let's say if Kelly was like an artist or like a creative, or even if she was like just a businesswoman with a plan, that Pluto in the sixth house with that sun and Jupiter in the seventh, all she got to really do is work hard and naturally she'll be like, it's going to work out for her. That's just how it's set up, But she may have some conflict at home, though. This could be the type of person that their marriage life or their business life may be good, but behind the scenes, their home life could be a little bit chaotic, So yeah, we see that she has a Lilith in the second house. I'm gonna be honest with you. She has Lilith in the second house. Kelly can really get what she wants. When it comes to the money and everything like that, Kelly can really make that happen. The Lilith is the dark side. People with that placement, if they wanted to, they could be career criminals. They could be great schemers. They could be great, they could essentially do dark things to get money. But if you tap into your dark side and you use it for the better version of yourself, it still can play out. You can heal your Lilith. We see that she has a north node. I have not talked to y'all about the north node at all. Her north node is in her third house. Your north node is your destiny. Your north node is where you're going towards. Your south node is where you come from. So just to give y'all an example, my south node is in my sixth house. That means in my last life, I probably was like a servant or like a worker or a helper, or I really help people. But in this life, my North Node is in my 12th house. And that's the house of like, of spirituality. It's the house of faith, because what's the opposite of faith? Work. So the sixth house is work, the 12th house is faith. So in this life, it's meant for me to be doing exactly what I'm doing now, but also instilling faith and not having to work so hard, because my soul knows work. I know work. So that's what the North Node is. So in Kelly's North Node is about the third house. So that's about your voice, your community, your local community. So Kelly, she may have like a purpose, she may could do something in her community that changes, the trajectory of her community. So that's very, very important. Let's go down here real quick. Remember how I told y'all that all the zodiac signs are broken up into 4 elements. That's fire, earth, and air right here. See that? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Remember I told y'all. So it's all broken up into, fire, earth, and air. So that's that to pay attention to. So when I tell y'all like we all are made of masculine and feminine energy, this is what I'm talking about right here. This polarity right here. This is what I'm talking about. So we see that Kelly, even though Kelly is a woman, presumably, she has 80% masculine energy and 20% feminine energy. The irony is that my masculine and feminine energy polarity is the same way. 80% masculine, 20% feminine energy. So yes, that is that. So Kelly this person right here may be like a person who really has great business partners, great business, could have a great marriage. Their home life may be a little bit chaotic, but they will be very successful. This person will be very successful. And with this more masculine energy in her birth chart, she may be a go-getter type of woman. She may be like the type of woman that like, she can go get what she wants, because listen, it's not about being a man. It's just about having more masculine energy. And masculine energy goes to get what it wants. You get my drift? Y'all understand that? So yeah, that's essentially what that is. So we broke down the birth chart. We've done everything like that. So before I end this live, I want to talk to y'all about these last couple things. The sun is how you come off, okay? The moon is your emotions. Mercury is how you communicate, okay? Venus is how you love. We can see from this birth chart, she loves in a very aggressive way because she has Venus in Aries, okay? So when she loves, she don't play. Mars is how you go get, Mars is about your drive, your work, how you go get it, essentially. Jupiter is the planet of luck. It talks about how you get luck. So Kelly, she gets luck when she's independent, when she moves in, because Aquarius energy, it's independent, it's loner. It doesn't really need too many people to survive. So Kelly gets luck when she's independent. Her Saturn is a planet of restriction. Saturn on your birth chart is what teaches you. So like I said, she has Saturn in the 11th house. So she's going to have to learn, just like I had to learn, and I'm having to learn the value of building my own community, building my own team. So Kelly may go through a lot of things as far as that as well. Remember what I said as I conclude: Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are generational planets. So when these 3 signs right here change, they affect the globe, they affect society. But when these change right here, they affect you on a one-on-one personal level. So that is that, Lions. That is that. Before, like I said, I want to just thank y'all so much for the love. I want to thank y'all so much for just supporting me, rocking with me. It's a lot of different people, specifically family, who, they think, they just don't, they want me to stop doing what I'm doing, but I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative of the community that I'm building. I really love y'all. I'm really rocking with y'all forever, like y'all rocking with me. Once again, it's your boy Mason Jyree. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you have not checked out Ain't No Lover Boy FR and Bigger, those are my 2 songs out right now. I have another one on the way very soon, so get ready, because I'm ready. All right. I love y'all. I'll see y'all guys very, very soon. And à bonsoir.